Joining me now is the Republican governor of Michigan, Rick Snyder. Governor Snyder, one tough nerd, as you're called back in your home state, as you call yourself, I should say. I don't want anybody
I'm proud of that.
Yeah,
good to be with you, Jay.
Writing letters like I'm insulting you. I want to start with the Republican who's going to deliver the GOP response to President Obama's State of the Union address on Tuesday. Congresswoman Kathy McMorris-Rodgers, she posted this to Facebook a little while ago. I've got my GOP State of the Union remarks in one hand and two-month-old baby Bryn in another. It really doesn't get much better than this. There's an attempt here to show the public, show women voters who are key, who are crucial, that this is a party that is friendly to women. This after the RNC chairman told Ardana Bash that the GOP is, quote, getting punched in the face on a bogus war on women. How serious a problem is this gender gap when it comes to voting?
Well, it's something to be taken seriously. In terms of working with women, there's a lot of great opportunities. Back in Michigan, I hear it from a number of women's groups. We're trying to focus in on things that are important. Entrepreneurial activities, helping them start small businesses. There's so many talented women that want to go out and create something. The other one is helping women get into STEM more, science, technology, engineering, and math. One of the great things that happened was the new CEO at General Motors, Mary Barra.
Yeah.
To think about, breaking through that glass ceiling in that respect. That's very exciting. And so one of the programs I'm excited about that we're really doing is First Robotics, about creating these robotics programs in high schools. Because what we found is quite often someone will major in engineering, the national average is about 6%. If they get in one of these robotics programs as an after-school program, it goes up to over 40%, and creating opportunities for women and students to get in these fields.
And that's great, and it's a strong message. You want to make sure young girls and women feel empowered. But then when you have comments like the ones from Governor Huckabee, does that bother you? Does that distract from the message, talking about birth control, talking about birth control in the context of women's libidos?
Yeah, I mean, what I would like to focus in on are things that people really want to hear about, are opportunities for continued economic growth,
so what's
family
your response?
growth.
As somebody who has this economic message, and you were elected in Michigan, a state that Barack Obama won handily twice, and you're able to get elected.
I won it well,
that's what I'm saying.
Like
I'm saying you were able to win there too, even though it's largely regarded as a Democratic state. But you're not talking about birth control. So when you see something like Governor Huckabee talking about that, and not just birth control in the context of, should the government pay for it or not, but birth control in the context of libidos. What's your response as a Republican who?
Well, the response is we should be listening to our customers, the citizens. And when I talk to the citizens of Michigan, the primary things they're still focused in are more and better jobs. What are the economic opportunities? And the other one is how do we keep our kids excited to stay in Michigan and to stay and grow their families? And those are the things I stay laser focused on, because the rest of the stuff is not what's primarily on their mind, and we want to create a great environment for success, and we're doing that in Michigan. You can successfully create a great platform to get people excited, but it has to address, there are so many parts of the broken political culture nationally and in Washington. Ignore those. Let's do the things the right ways, and the states are a good place to look.
And speaking of the broken political culture, House Speaker John Boehner was on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno last night. I want to play a clip from that.
Now, this GOP infighting, is this the worst you've ever seen it?
Oh, no. Well, maybe it is. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. It's bad.
How bad is the GOP infighting right now for controlling the message of the party?
Well, there's a lot of back and forth. What I say is, one of my philosophies is I don't fight with anyone. I've never fought with anyone, and I've taken on some really tough issues because that's a waste of energy. Because, again, the citizens are getting fed up with all this fighting, whether it be Republicans or Democrats or between the two groups. They want results. So the way I view it is I call it relentless positive action. No blame, no credit. Let's focus on the problem. Let's deliver results. That's what the citizens are really asking all of us to do. That's the job we were hired to do.
And I know a lot of people generally feel that governors make the best presidential candidates. They've served in an executive role. Is there anybody, if you look at the sea of governors, your colleagues, let's just narrow it to Republicans, who you think would make a particularly good president?
Well, what I would say is I think that's an accurate observation that governors are the place to look, because it's that chief executive experience.
So give me a name.
Well, again, I think there's more than one out there. That's the good part, and I think there'll be choices in 2016. Right now, many of us are just focused on 2014, one hurdle at a time.
All right. Well, just before I let you go, Chris Christie, is he going to be able to get beyond this, you think?
Well, Chris has done a lot of good things. The way I view it, though, is I'm in Michigan, he's in Tennessee. I'm staying in my lane in Michigan, and New Jersey will work through their issues.
That doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement of a fellow Republican governor, though.
Well, again, it's not in that context at all. Again, this is too much of politics where people are getting into other people's sandboxes and doing other things. The people of Michigan hired me to do great things in Michigan. I'm working to do my job the best I can, and anything I spend on outside of Michigan, that doesn't add value.
Governor Rick Snyder, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.